it can end up playing very well. I think the World Championships is an example of that. You hope to start off with a tip that will last all the way through. No, it's too thin. So a little edgy,
Jimmy White.
both players.
Yeah, as we see the miss again from Jimmy White. You know, White's playing a lot better at the moment than he was last month when they met. O'Sullivan's got the issue with the tip, but although the signs point to potentially a better result for White, as Osullivan misses that one, he's still got to put 4 frames on the board, and that's easier said than done. Playing on the main match table for the first time in the tournament. But that tip could be an issue today for Osullivan. I think certainly, though, Jimmy White comes into the match feeling more confident than he did last month. He's had some good results. He's qualified for Berlin. He's played well this week already, not lost a frame. So he must be feeling better in general and more able to play his natural game rather than what we saw in Belfast, which is when he went slow, he went negative, didn't play the Jimmy White game at all.
Well, this is very troublesome. The red does slip past the black. Only thinking not. It looked very tight. But it was quite hard for him to get a good safety shot in from where the balls were. Well, he had the black there at his mercy. He thought he'd play it as a shot to nothing. Well, he's looking a little bit disappointed with a couple of shots. Hopefully for him, his concentration's there. Oh, well, that's unlucky, actually. It was a very thin pot. I mean, keep ball, I think, probably went in before the red got to the pocket.
Oh, sorry, Jimmy.
Leo Scullion, the referee for this match. Good to see Leo back. We've seen him in the last few months. Come back from very serious illness in the last 2 or 3 seasons. Nice to see him back officiating. Oh, a little flick on the green is very handy. Otherwise, I don't think he's on a ball. It was a good pot. Well, that is the worst outcome. I mean, he's not on a red at all with the black there. Well, I don't know if that red will pass the black. I mean, Ronnie had a red at a similar angle, albeit nearer to the pocket, which he thought didn't pass it. So it's going to have to be a safety shot, I think.
Jimmy White, 4.
Well, a rather edgy start, but of course these two, you know, legends of the game, but not immune to all the talk around the match and the build-up as well. I guess they want to put on a show, but snooker's a tough game.
And Ronnie's hardly played a shot as he meant to so far. Even that shot hitting the jaws of the middle bag. Almost every shot has been so unlike him.
Well, again.
Unbelievable, isn't it? He just can't even get a shot right. It's quite incredible. It's never really unlucky when you hit the jaws of the middle pocket and the cue ball comes back, because it's clearly a misjudgment. I always think this is the biggest day of these Home Nations events, Thursday, with 2 matches in a day, the round of 32 followed by the round of 16 tonight. We go from what's been a very big field the last few days. We started with 1, 2, 8, and then by the end of this evening, 8 will remain. Another shot that's not gone to plan. Finishing about a couple of centimetres short of the bunch. In a minute he'll play one that he'll be pleased with, I'm sure.
Is that right? Yeah, right.
Going to play the same shot anyway, so it probably doesn't matter that much if they're fractionally out. Going to try and play it better though, and he has.
Foul and a miss. Jimmy White.
I'm not making excuses for Ronnie Osullivan, but I think that the fact that he's got a new tip and with half an hour practice with it, he's just struggling to find any range. All the shots are different. Any snooker player watching would know that you need more than half an hour, but these things happen. And these reds converging over the black, it make you wonder whether it might end up not a stalemate for sure, but certainly a fairly cautious start to the match. Because often when you see this, the reds get closer and closer to the black. So something has to give. There's no other shots than to keep chipping reds towards it. That's a really nice safety shot. There is an edge, though, that Ronnie can get to. Again, chipping a red towards that right corner. He likes that draw of that middle bag and the other side, doesn't he? He's hit about 4 times so far. Well, the red that he might play here is kind of directly towards the black. He could chip it in. If he isn't careful on this, does he hit it thicker or thinner than the what would be effectively the potting angle? He's playing a different shot. I understand why. This is a good one. Whipping the cue ball around the angles. That's a very fine safety shot from Jimmy White.
Well, so far it's been a bit more Charlton Griffiths than Osullivan White, this. Obviously the black going near the corner hasn't helped.
Well, they're playing here with left-hand side to find a thin edge. That's a good comeback from Jimmy. Well, we kind of did predict this might happen. Not before the match, I might add, just during when the black went safe. And Ronnie trying to stop something turning into a stalemate there. But he's played a good shot. Anyway, it's not quite a snooker, but the black is now away from there, so that might change things. I don't know if there's any sort of a plant in there, about 7-ball plant or something, but doesn't think they're quite lined up, those cluster of reds on the right of the table. This is also a good shot. I still see an escape. The red down from the pink on the right. They'll play. Swinging the cue ball back up to Bonk. Well, Ronnie, I think, was getting a little fed up with that whole stalemate situation and has taken a gamble. I think, as he left the red on, it must be a tight one. Jimmy looking down the line of the shot. No, as you can see, not even with a little bit of swerve can he get to that. As he really bent down on it, actually, maybe he is playing it with a lot of right-hand side. Well, he could get to it with a swerve. That was a great shot. It was a big swerve. That's a fine shot. As long as you get past the green and play it slowly enough, the side has time to react.
Fine. 6.
It was always going to be difficult to get the reds open. I wonder if he's on the one he's close to.
11.
I've amended the arranged.
Jimmy White,
It's
11.
a very difficult shot to play, goodness. But the table is pretty difficult to make anything happen with as well. I mean, 24 points deficit.
One.
Let's see how he goes about this. The Reds are really tightly bunched and he has to play some shot to just free them all. But it's not happening here.
Thank you. 6. 7.
I don't know if the pink pops up into the top left, but he's on the black anyway. How does he play this? Drag it in or try and swing the cue around the angles? Well, there's a new tip shot again. I want to keep on about this, but you hit them thick, those shots.
7.
They just push left-hand side and it goes to the right. And hits too much of the black. It'll be on Osullivan's mind, I can tell you.
Yes, if he starts to lose confidence in his cueing, then he could have problems. Highest breaks so far in this match, 11.
1.
I mean, those reds, 6 reds there, all in the line. It's unbelievable. How on earth do you get those in play? It's not really a very good angle on the blue to do so either. Bit thin.
Jimmy White, 1.
Jimmy put in a quick one there. Didn't really bring the cue back as he would hope. But look, again, there's just nothing there. I mean, he could roll up to the first red, but it's not in his nature to play that shot unless he's got nothing else. So that's all he's done. Oh, foul. Yeah. And
Osullivan, 4.
he left the cue there too long and the red came back and hit the tip of his cue. It wasn't a foul until the shot was played, if you watch. There you go.
One.
They're the foul points in the frame, 16 so far.
Eight. Thank you. 9.
Well, he's done his best to open things up, but it's just an awkward table.
Well, if that's a 2-ball plant, I mean, both reds would have to be really flush against the right cushion. So I don't don't think he's going to be interested in that.
Right, Osullivan, 9.
I think in an ideal world, he'd love to just lay up to, not those two reds, but the red to the left of shot, just in behind where the pink is, somewhere down there. That would be a perfect place to leave the cue ball, but it's hard to get there. And the more you look at this, the more you realise it's quite a difficult snooker. I think you can make contact, but not in a way that can ensure the red goes safe, or any red. And that's the red I was speaking about. And it was actually closer to hitting that than what it first looked, because he only had to go up a little bit more, and he'd been laying onto that red by the pink. So basically the shot here is just to miss the two reds and hit when you hit that right cushion.
Yeah. Right.
I think he's trying, once again, it's the red by the pink. Let's repeat, almost carbon copy of the previous.
Foul and a miss. Right, Osullivan, 4.
Well, this is almost like a separate competition here with the fouls, 12 each.
Oh dear.
Foul.
Well, at least he doesn't have to go back. He'd be quite relieved about that. This plant, both players have looked at it. I mean, it's unusual that two reds would be dead set down a cushion like that. And if he plays it at any speed, of course, he could always rattle it. Goodness me, what a shot. Obviously, it had to be on in the first place. And he's unlucky that the other red in the plant has now gone safe.
Yes, this frame is like swimming through glue, really. It's just tough. And there's only 8 points in it. Oh, he's done his best to open things up there. Didn't quite happen as intended, but it's not his sort of frame. It's not either their sort of frame. He's still got a pot at this red. But he's not knocked it in. So after 26 minutes, Ronnie Osullivan leads by 15 points. The highest break in the frame is still only 11.
One.
Well, again, not struck well. He overdid the screw, but he also nearly missed the pot.
Blue ball. Jimmy White, 1.
Well, that shot could have been played better. It's not left Ronnie with a lot to do on the safety here. To the point where he actually thought it was worth the risk of the pot. That was quite a difficult one to go for. Of course, there's the chance here if whoever pots his second last red could leave the most evil snooker imaginable. That wouldn't be difficult by any means. Ronnie trying to break the shackles by playing that shot, just getting that red out of that little corner. I guess it's a start, Dave. All the viewers would have certainly not expected to see. What they think. Home Nations, hashtag. We thought we'd see breaks galore, didn't we? We still might, but this has been a very strange frame.
Let's be honest, if you've tuned in late, you've not missed that much of this one. It's been a low-quality frame, balls went awkward. Ronnie O'Sullivan's got an issue with his new tip. And it's almost like it's put more pressure on Jimmy White. The fact he's seen O'Sullivan struggle, he knows he's got a good chance the way he's been playing, but he's not played a good frame either.
Now, a left-handed shot perhaps from O'Sullivan, who plays the red on the left cushion. Can he reach it right-handed? Oh, it seems to be a left-handed shot for someone like him anyway, albeit a difficult one. Moved on to the rest shot. He's not happy with it. Seems just about every shot has been awkward so far. And you get days like that.
What?
Every shot has got a degree of difficulty about it that puts you off.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
So O'Sullivan 15 in front with a chance at this last red. Struck that one very well. Doesn't matter about the blue being safe. In fact, that's a help to him because he doesn't need it. Yeah, struck that well. Cue ball just off the side cushion. So yellow and green after all of that to win this opening frame. It's been going 31 minutes. Not quite the start we were anticipating between these two.
9.
If he pots the brown, the 13 will be the highest break of the frame. And he's developed the blue. So despite a few problems with cueing and with his tip, he's going to win the frame. Jimmy White's going to have to play as well and probably better than he has done so far. And he has played well in Glasgow this week. But it's been a struggle this opening frame before O'Sullivan finally got in with the last red to make this little winning clearance. The old pals act in Glasgow. Ronnie O'Sullivan wins a tough opening frame, 32 minutes, but has made the telling clearance from the last red. He leads Jimmy White here at the Scottish Open by 1 frame to 0.